Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, your go-to podcast for engaging and educational content. Join us as we explore topics that empower you in your learning journey. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of fiat money and currency. We'll explore how money has evolved, why trust is crucial for our modern economies, and what implications these concepts have for our everyday lives. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with our free educational content. Let's jump right in. To understand fiat money, we first need to delve into its origins. Throughout human history, money has transformed significantly. Initially, people relied on a barter system, where goods and services were directly exchanged. This setup, while straightforward, was often inefficient. Imagine needing to find someone who wanted exactly what you had to offer in order to make a trade happen. This is where the challenge lies. The double coincidence of wants made bartering complex and cumbersome, prompting the search for a more efficient medium. As time progressed, commodity money emerged. This type of money was made up of items that had intrinsic value. Gold, silver, and even items like salt or cattle served as forms of currency, and they were widely accepted because of their inherent worth. The advantages of this system were evident. It provided a physical representation of wealth. However, transporting and storing commodity money came with its drawbacks. It was often heavy, could vary in quality, and its supply could lead to volatility. As economies grew and became more complex, representative money was introduced. This form of currency could be exchanged for physical commodities, meaning that a piece of paper could stand in for a certain amount of gold or silver. This facilitated easier transactions while still tying value to tangible assets. However, it wasn't until the rise of fiat money that the true transformation of currency occurred. Fiat money is a medium of exchange that has no intrinsic value. It's not backed by any physical commodity. Instead, it gains its worth from government decree and the trust that individuals place in it. Historical examples of fiat currencies include the US dollar, the euro, and the British pound, all of which are relied upon every day, highlighting the global preference for fiat over commodity money. What this setup tells us is pivotal. Fiat money serves as the foundation of modern financial systems. It leads us to appreciate how currencies derive value and the responsibilities of central banks in maintaining that value. Central banks manage national currency, influencing the financial landscape of a country. They issue the currency, control inflation, and set interest rates, which affects borrowing costs for individuals and businesses alike. Understanding how central banks operate is crucial, as their policies directly influence everything, from mortgage rates to employment levels in a given economy. But how does this fiat system hold its value? Several key factors are at play. First, legal tender laws state that fiat currency must be accepted for payment of debts. Therefore, there's a heightened incentive to trust and use it. Second, public confidence is essential. People accept currency because they believe it will retain value tomorrow, and this widespread acceptance is fundamental to a functional economy. Furthermore, central banks maintain a delicate balance by controlling the money supply. They aim to create relative scarcity in circulation, and economic stability further enhances the value of fiat currency. In other words, when central banks manage their economies effectively, the currencies used by those countries become more trustworthy and appealing to citizens. However, inflation often lurks under the surface. Inflation represents a general increase in prices over time, leading to a decrease in the purchasing power of money. This means that as inflation rises, each unit of currency buys fewer goods. While a moderate inflation rate of around 2 to 3% is considered healthy, elevating beyond this can result in uncertainty and diminish savings. In extreme cases, hyperinflation can occur, as seen historically in countries like Germany during the 1920s, Zimbabwe in the early 2000s, and more recently in Venezuela. This is a vivid reminder of why central banks strive for low, stable inflation. As we dive deeper into modern currencies, we can't overlook the shift from physical forms of money to digital alternatives. Today, we have paper bills and coins alongside a vast array of digital options. Commercial bank money, which is electronic money held in accounts transferable through digital means, constitutes a significant portion of the money supply in many economies. Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are also emerging as governments explore digital versions of their national currencies. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum challenge the established notions of fiat money, introducing a decentralized approach not controlled by any central authority. These digital currencies have sparked discussions about the future of money by presenting options that could complement or even compete with traditional fiat. The transition away from the gold standard, where currencies were backed by gold reserves, marked a major turning point for modern monetary systems. Abandoning this rigid system in the 1970s allowed for greater flexibility in monetary policy and added the capacity to respond effectively to economic crises. Today, the stability of fiat money relies on the complicated interplay of trust in institutions, sound monetary policies, and the collective wills of people within a society. In today's lesson, we've explored the evolution of money from barter to the current fiat system. We learned that fiat money derives its value from trust in government backing rather than physical assets. The role of central banks is instrumental in managing currency and controlling inflation, which safeguards the purchasing power of money. We discussed the growing prevalence of digital currencies and how they challenge traditional systems. Finally, we recognized that maintaining public trust in fiat money is essential for its continued success. Understanding these concepts provides valuable insight into how our economic systems operate. Thank you for joining us on this journey through fiat money and currency. We hope this exploration has deepened your understanding of modern monetary systems. Remember, learning is an ongoing journey, so keep engaging with these concepts as they shape the economic landscape every day. Don't forget to subscribe to Spelling Bee Ninja for more educational content. Until next time, keep questioning and exploring the world around you.